Matt Green's here, and I will be able to record this. So you should be able to see my home screen now. This is Rydell, Georgia that I'm logged into. First of all, once you log in, you've got the ability now to see where your Bonnie over-the-road trucks are, especially, your straight trucks and the 4 sleepers that are Bonnie trucks. If you don't have permission, let us know, but you should all be able to go to the top right corner, click here, change, and you should have Bonnie OTR available to you. Hit save. The only access you'll have will be the mapping, but you can pull it up and see where your Bonnie trucks are, which we've got one in Knoxville this morning. Another one up around Kennedyville, I guess. But this is how you use the mapping at your own station. You click on them, it'll tell you where they are, how fast they're going, gives you an address. Same. So you can kind of check on your drivers or stalk them, as some call it. I'm going to go back to Rydell. I'm going to pick on Daniel and Marley first. And if you log in, we're under Rydell now. They've changed the screen around a little and enhanced it. You've got quick hits, employees, employee reports, units, unit reports, expert help coming soon. Your support center, you click on it, it'll give you a world of information. There's videos on how to do things. Surf it, play with it, but I always go to driver management first. First two things, the first things you do once you open up in the morning is you want to check your priority alerts. Daniel, Marley, you've got 2 drivers with expired qualification information. You've got 1 expiring in 30 days and 2 in 60. So let's see who's expired. Daniel D. Dan, you got your drug screen and medical card and all that?
I'm supposed to come, he's going to do that beginning of next week.
Okay. And then the annual review and all just went out, so that'll get him caught up. And you got one more.
Kyle Helms, he's not working with us anymore.
Is he not working with Bonnie, do you know, or?
No, he's not working with Bonnie at all this year.
All right, I'm going to take him. I'll take care of him real quick. When did he last work? Was he a sales rep or a driver helper, or?
He was a sales rep last year, and I don't think he worked in the fall either. I think Betty ran the fall.
Okay. I'm going to just save it as today's date. All right, so if he wants to come back, that'll give us a note that he wasn't terminated, fired, or anything. So I'm going to go back to driver management. We know which drivers expired. We got one coming up in 30 days. Chad Faulkner? I believe it is, because he drove a truck up to you guys.
It is. He brought us a spare truck one time, and now he's stuck on me. I don't know how to get him off.
I'll take care of that too. We're gonna have you guys all cleaned up.
I'm glad you picked me to use as your guinea pig then.
All right. Go back. Now, you'll see here you've got 5 drivers with incomplete DQ files. The incomplete DQ files, if you click on that, pull it up, and Adam Dawson, to see what he's missing, and it's usually non-regulatory items. Goes down. All right, we've got the application, we've got these items, and we could go through this list, and we've got his road test here. It just needs to be changed. So that's why there's some things that the CDL drivers are required to have, and that's how the system's set up. So for the most part, as long as he's got these items and we've scanned it in so fast, you're going to see some that are not qualified. I don't know why Adam would show being, yeah, he is qualified. So that's what counts. All right, over to the right, you're going to look for if you've had drivers missing logs. A lot of stations are just starting, so you'll see a lot of off-duty logs that you may have to create. Click on that. Click on Adam again. He's got off-duty logs. The only thing he's missing is on 215, and that's today's log, and he's probably working. Now, one thing I can tell you, Marley, right here, Adam's getting a form and manner violation every day. And while it's not much, they accumulate. If we're ever audited, the accumulating effect of it can be detrimental and can be costly. So if you would get with Adam, tell him when he logs in, when it asks him, it asks for where your trailer is, then the shipment info, just put plants and racks, check that box up under it, and it will default and stay the same until you update the tablet. If you update the tablet, then he'll have to do it again. And come on. Hello. Hold on 1 second. That's got a VIP guest. Hey, sorry about that. Joseph, I know this is new to you, so this is where you'd go to look for your logs. If you wanted to examine, see what Adam's log looks like, go to 211. This is where the shipment info is. To correct that, all we have to do is hit edit and plants and racks, and come down, driver, error. Anytime you edit a log, you have to put a reason for the edit. If you edit logs, you cannot change driving time. If a driver forgets to log out, at the end of the day, you can go in, and this is what Kelly and I do. If you call us, we go in and we'll add. We hit edit. Usually you'll see that it's on duty when if they forgot to log out. Adam didn't forget. But you can simply add, if they do add off duty line, You want to put it a few minutes after, say 2:45. And then you would hit insert and have your edit reason. We try to discourage editing too much, but I mean, if it's an error like, when they forget to log out, we all make those mistakes. Sometimes the application makes mistakes and we have to correct it. If it's an application error, just put application error down at the bottom. And Marley, you have no unassigned driving activity, which is that's very good.
I cleaned him out for you yesterday evening.
Wonderful. You staying on it. All right. So if you could think of driver management as a file cabinet, and then you've got a drawer for employees, driver qualification, alcohol, incident, training, hours of service, roadside inspection, reports, and forms. All right. Same thing with vehicle management. Now we're in the vehicle management side, units, unit service, title, permitting, fuel tax, unit maintenance, reports, and forms. So we've got 3 units with preventive maintenance due. Click on those. You still got all these trucks, Daniel?
He does. They're supposed to come to the shop this evening.
They're all going to y'all shop up there?
No, we're using shop at home.
Oh, they're all, okay, you're bringing them down here to get fixed up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's what, you're bringing them in, I guess, to get your DOT inspection. When you look at a unit, notice these file drawers that are up here, the categories, they're all the same right here. So if you want to look at his service file for a truck 1007, you can view the service file. It'll tell you it's currently qualified, yes. And then go back to the unit file. This tells you the VIN, last odometer reading and what it was, the date, tire sizes. Here's your settings. And then performance management. The good thing about performance management is your mapping, but you can also look at hard braking and idle times. So we've got 3 employees with idle time occurrences in the last 30 days. We click on that. Click on Daniel some more. Not too bad, Daniel. This is Daniel's, kind of his employee performance scorecard. Daniel's had a few hard breaks. He drives in Atlanta, so that can be expected. And if you have hard breaks, it's okay to have a few, but if you're having repetitive hard breaks, it leads us to think that the brakes may need adjusting on the truck. You could be driving too fast or following too closely, or if you're driving in Atlanta, in traffic or any large city, if you're bumper to bumper, it'll get you too. RPMs and his average mile per hour. Not a bad scorecard. We go back to performance management, and this is again where you go for mapping. Scroll in. Y'all don't have any trucks. Are you at home, Daniel? Are y'all at Georgia?
We're in Georgia. All our guys came home yesterday evening. They come to put racks up this week.
All right. I was trying to find one that was near you, but they're all down here, so good deal. They're down at some of them in South Scotland. Now, I want to go over briefly on your geofencing and landmarks. I'm also going to go over how to ascertain how many points a driver has. So I'm going to pick Daniel again to go over the points. First thing you do, if you want to see how many points your drivers have, go to the DQ file, view DQ file, and you want to look at their last annual review. Hit view attachments, AR pack. We scroll down, look at his MVR. Daniel has one speeding ticket, and that was on 11/20 of 2015. So that's over 3 years old. So that won't count against him. So right now, Daniel's at 0 points. So next, we'll go to his accident and incident file. 6/25/15, that's also over 3 years old. But this gives details of his accidents. Next, we'll go to roadside inspection. You want to change the date range to 2 years prior. Daniel has got some points. These are equipment violations. The equipment at this time we don't hold them against. The failure to have instructions on board CMV for installed, that would be a iffy one. That's going to be either 2 to 4 points. And the way we can look, I don't even know if we have that included on the summary chart. That's not even on our chart yet. And we're probably going to start seeing more of those as the officers start getting more familiar and everyone's using the ELDs. This summary chart will be on Bonnie U. We're trying to migrate everything into there. So he's got minimum 2 points so far. No accidents, no injuries. Log checker file.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah.
Is that policy, is that on AFC's website, or is that posted anywhere electronically now?
Lee is going to add it to the Bonnie U. You'll be able to go under documents, I believe, and we're trying to migrate everything from ClickView. What we were doing was going from ClickView to the AFC website, and so then we had Bonnie U that we started utilizing. So now we're in the process of moving what we put on AFC to Bonnie U, and the remaining items from ClickView and from any of our intercompany documents to Bonnie U. We want you guys to have a one-stop shop.
I'm starting up on Monday with my kickoff meeting from the sales reps. Would you mind shooting that over to me just so I know for sure I've got the most recent version of the points policy?
Be glad to.
Thanks.
That's Mark, right?
Yes, sir.
So we go back 1 year and look at the violations. So we go to 215 of 18. Hit go. Form and manner violations, I don't count those as points. 14, 11, 70 hour are what we count, what I'm looking for. Haven't seen one of those yet. There's one rest break, and he was over by 2 minutes. So we go back to the chart. Hours of service violation less than 2 hours is a quarter of a point. So right now Daniel's got either 2.2 and a quarter or either 4 and a quarter. I've got to talk with Steve about where we want to place the not having the instructions in the truck, and I'll get with Daniel later on that as well. So that's the points. Now I want to go to the landmarking and geofence. To go to your landmarks, you go under vehicle management. Then we come over, drop down, we're going to set up. All right, so we'll scroll down, map landmarks. I know we had a lot of changes this year in Daniel's market. With the customers, we moved customers around from routes and we lost some customers. To find Daniel's routes or your routes, we've got a process of where we name the customers, the first digits, station number. So we're going to hit 88 and then a dash. Marley, do you remember if y'all did a dash?
I do not.
You just left a space?
No, it is a dash. It is a dash.
It's counting down now. And here they are. Y'all are 88, right, Marla?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and see, it's counting. So you've got 192 is what it's showing customers in here. Now, Marley, I'm not going to move anything, but this is a demonstration of how if we wanted to move Ash Brothers Feed and Farm Supply, is it still on 88-00?
Yes, it will be.
Okay. If it wasn't, we'd click on this. We'd hit edit. And if it was going to go to route 04, all we do is backspace, put a 04, and then hit save. And you've changed the route number that easily. And the way Marley's got her geofence drawn is polygonal. And she did spend some time to get these created. This is the actual address, 195 East Cattle Street in Cleveland. This is where the actual address is versus where the building is. So when you're adding your landmarks and geofences, you may have to keep your map view on satellite and zoom in and kind of look at it. You can always do it easily and put 0.2 of a mile or 0.1 of a mile, and that'll catch your store. But what that's also going to do, any truck that drives down 115 is going to be inside the geofence, so you're getting data that you don't need. So it's best to draw that polygonal. And here's the store. To draw a polygonal or polygonal, you need to touch 4 corners. So it looks like the lot's there, to there, to here, and to there. Just touch on the 4 points and then hit save. I didn't change it, Marley. Okay, now that's got the gist of Encompass. Is there any specific items anyone wants me to go over that you may need help with?
If we make a change on one of the daily logs, then when we make that change, we need to print off the original log and the altered log, and then have the sales rep sign both of those, correct? And then we just keep that physical file?
Yes, that's right. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you reminding me of that. I forgot to mention it. So, on Adams, if we had went in and made changes, after you make the changes, you would right-click, print, and you view original log, right-click, print, and then have him sign off on it. And store those, just keep a file for edited logs, so if we're ever audited and they ask, you can send them to me pretty quickly. Good question or statement. Any other questions, comments, concerns, salutations? Mighty quiet. Joseph, are you getting this? Bobby Cole, Charlotte, how about y'all?
We right on top of it.
Working on it.
All right. If you think of anything you need, these go-to meetings are very easy. I can throw one up usually fairly quickly, just as long as I'm not getting pounded too bad in the office. If you have any more questions, let me know. If you want me to send you a flash drive with a copy of this go-to meeting on it for you to refer back to, let me know that as well.
That might be a good idea.
Okay. I'll try to email it, but if I can't email it because of the size, I'll get that sent to you.
Hey, Jamie, Mark here again. Just one more quick question. Would you mind showing real quick how to record when we get like a service done on a truck, how to upload that into the maintenance log or whatever it's called?
Yeah, I'll try to do that. You would go to the unit and say 1065, and you'd go to the unit service file, I believe.
I think it's under maintenance file.
Maintenance file, okay. Thank you, Kelly. And I guess this is where you would upload it. Repair order, maybe add attachment. And then name it and the date of it. And then you'd hit choose file. And that's going to go to wherever you save it, on your computer. There's your shop smart. That was the last thing I uploaded to Keller.
Nice looking file.
Okay. Anything else? All right. Well, appreciate you all attending, and I hope you have a great Friday and a good weekend. If I can help you, let me know. And Kelly is on this. If you can't get me, as you just saw, she knows the system very well.
Hey, Jamie,
All right.
the video that kind of demonstrates how to use the Keller mobile on the tablet, is that located anywhere online right now?
It's not. I actually dug those out the other day. Where did I put that? I think I saved it under. Yes. This was sent back in 2017, but we do have the YouTube videos. I can get Lee to do those, set those up. Which one do you need?
Well, I was just thinking about getting the team, even like driver login for any of just for the sales reps to be able to see it, new guys to kind of train themselves. We're going to go over it one-on-one, but they've got the video to kind of run through. I don't think that hurts to kind of have as a starting point.
All right. Yeah, we'll have those. We had forgotten that we had them, or I had forgotten, to be honest, until earlier this week. And I had to dig back in 2017 when the last one was sent. But I just forwarded it to you, Mark, so you've got it. And you want the points policy summary too, right?
Yes, please.
Does anybody else's email do that when you forward? Go to share something. Black out the top of your screen.
I've never seen that before.
All right. What else you got? All righty, folks. Well, y'all have a good weekend and a happy Friday to you. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Jamie.
All right. See you, Nene. See y'all. Come on in. Come on in.
Bonnie Plants.